Hey, what's up? It's your girl Tati and I am back with another review, and today I am talking about Ric Flair's last match pay-per-view, which was part of StarCast 5. And let me just say, I'm so jealous of everybody who went over there. They had amazing wrestlers that had meet and greets over the weekend, and I'm just like, damn, that would have been absolutely lovely to go to. And man, so jealous. Anyway, let's talk about this pay-per-view. First of all, I want to start by saying that I was going to skip out on this one because, you know, Rick has a lot of health issues, and I figured that this can go really bad. But fortunately, it did not as far as his health goes. Well, we'll find out later on if anything does happen, but he made it through the match. First of all, the best thing about this was the fact that there was so many promotions that came together to, you know, have some of their biggest stars have matches on this card. And obviously, Rick's last match would be the main event. And I really like that, because nowadays with professional wrestling, it's either AEW or WWE, and everybody else is like underneath them. And I hate how fans make it seem like you have to choose a promotion to support. Actually, if you're a pro wrestling fan, you should support everybody, whether it's sitting in a sold out crowd at WrestleMania or sitting in a fucking gym, a high school gym, and there's like what, maybe 20-30 people there. Like, that's what a pro wrestling fan does, and we support everybody. If you're a WWE fan, cool. AEW fan, cool. But seeing something like this is actually really heartwarming to me. And one of the best thing I heard tonight was JR saying, when he had his little video package for Ric Flair, he said specifically, and it just melted my heart. He said that pro wrestlers make the music in the ring, and the commentators write the lyrics. And when he said that, I almost boo-hoo crying, because it's like, OMG, like the perfect words. And that's the truth. Say what you want about Ric Flair. I believe he had an amazing career. You know, there are some personal things that I obviously don't agree with or whatnot, but his career was absolutely phenomenal, and he can definitely be called probably the best wrestler as far as a whole package go. He had it all, and he had an amazing career. And this was actually a really great pay-per-view. Wasn't really expecting that, but let's go into it. Alright guys, so there was a pre-show, and I'm not gonna lie, they kind of caught me off guard with a 6 o'clock pre-show, so I really wasn't paying attention. I was trying to get a few things done with before I actually really sat down and watched it, so I did not get to see much. I kept popping my head in and out just to see what was going on. So I don't have much to say about that at all, to be honest with you. So let's go right into the pay-per-view, which did start at 7 o'clock, which is pretty decent time. So first match, we had the Motor City Machine Guns, which is Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, versus the Wolves. And Motor City Machine Guns did win this match. This match was okay to start the pay-per-view. You know, it was what it was. The only thing I didn't really like was that for a lot of times the crowd wasn't really as engaged, and I just really hate that when you pay to be somewhere and you just don't seem excited about it. But like I said, the match was okay. The crowd does get a little more, you know, lively as the pay-per-view does roll on. So the next match was Davey Boy Smith Jr. versus Killer Kross, and Killer Kross ended up winning this match, but I felt like Davey Boy Smith Jr. was actually looking better in this match. I know this has been a while since people have seen Killer Kross, since his you know, since WWE had let him go. So it was a you know, a good thing for him. So I don't know who he's signed with right now. Maybe he's just an independent wrestler or whatnot. So who knows where that's going. I didn't think he was going to win this match, but he did, and the match was just okay. Nothing special about it. Next match was Rick and Kerry Morton representing the Rock and Roll Express versus Brock Anderson and Brian Pillman Jr. And Brock and Brian end up getting the win for this. They did look much better in the match. you know, rather than Carrie, who comes off a little inexperienced. I'm not sure how long he's been wrestling, but he does really show some, like, you know, amateur shit in this match. So it wasn't that great to me. It was just okay. I guess you could say the first hour was just okay. Now things really picked up with Rey Fenix, Laredo Kid, Taurus, and Bandito coming into the ring. And oh my gosh, this is when the crowd actually start picking up. Like, whenever somebody who doesn't watch wrestling asks about like what should they watch, I always recommend like the Lucha Libre style, because I know that would come off a lot more interesting rather than like technical matches. You know, there are some matches you can say that are really great, but for someone who is not a fan, these type of matches will definitely get somebody pumped up and excited about it. And this was a really great match. And to be honest with you, so Rey ends up winning this match, but I really think Bandito looked really great here. Honestly, he could have won, and it would have seemed right, like the right decision. He was the star of this match. Am I surprised Rey won? A little bit, just because based on how it was going. But before the match started, I thought perhaps he'd win. But as throughout the match, I didn't think he was going to win this match. So it was a really great match. If you want to go back and watch this pay-per-view, this is one of the ones that I will definitely recommend, that you will sit through and actually really enjoy all the way through. So the next match was Josh Alexander versus Jacob Fatu. Let me just say, y'all, if y'all have never seen Jacob in the ring, he is amazing, especially for a big dude. And you know, like Samoan wrestlers, like a lot of them are really big, but very agile, and they can do so much in the ring that you would not expect them to do. I really hope that there was a lot of people paying attention to this that would want to be interested in seeing what he does. So I've been watching him on MLW. It's been a little bit rough with MLW, watching them or whatnot, but you know, sitting through the matches is you know, you get to see a lot of people, and so many people have so much talent. But some of their shows, it's just really hard to stick through, well, at least for me. So this was actually a really good match. And I definitely was rooting for Jacob to win this match, but I thought Josh might actually take the win. And after Jacob does a Samoan drop, they're both were just laying in the ring. So the ref is counting, and when he gets to 9, they're almost on their feet. And out comes Matt Cardona and Brian Myers, which also known as Kurt Hawkins. And they're coming out with Smart Mark Sterling. So Smart Mark, Tony Schiavone, they're like two of the most busiest men in professional wrestling right now. They're always somewhere. They're always doing something. And it was really interesting to see how they got involved and where they're going with this storyline. So I'm very happy to see that. And like I said, with so many professional wrestling promotions, you know, adding on to their storylines during the show, this is perfect for anybody who's looking for something new to learn, because now you see something interesting going on, and you're going to want to tune into those other promotions and see what to watch and who to watch for. So after they came out and interfered, it was so interesting. Like, out of the blue, you see somebody coming out of the crowd. And who was it? DDP. DDP comes in the ring and gives Matt Cardona a diamond cutter, a beautiful diamond cutter. And I was definitely entertained. So this was a great match. Unfortunately, they leave us with a little cliffhanger. But hey, that's what they're trying to do. They're promoting themselves, taking advantage of the situation of this pay-per-view, and I definitely want to see what's going to happen next with this. So right after that match, we had I don't remember his name, but he went backstage to interview Jeff Jarrett, and when he knocks on the door, Jerry Jarrett opens the door. Was not expecting to see that at all. And he gets in the room. Jerry Lawler is actually there as well with Jeff, and you know, they're doing what heels do, and they're absolutely great at it, and it was really great to see. Next match was the Von Erichs versus Briscoes. I thought this match was not going to happen because there were some travel issues for Von Erichs. So there were I heard they were not going to come at all, so I thought this match was not going to happen. This match was another one that's okay. I really do like the Briscoes. They actually ended up winning this match, which is not a surprise. We'd like to see more from the Von Erichs. Yeah, we'd like to see more, but the Briscoes did carry this match, I do feel like. Okay, so I don't know how I even end up forgetting about mentioning this match before I continue with the rest of the matches. So we had Konosuke Takeshita versus Alan Angels, who recently left AEW, Nick Wayne, and Jonathan Gresham, who currently asked for his release from ROH. So that was like about a week ago that he lost the title, and this was actually a really good match. I don't even remember how I forgot this. Like, this was one of my favorite matches. It was really good, so if you want to go back and watch anything, I do recommend this match as well. To be honest with you, I was not expecting for Jonathan to win this match, especially after coming from his loss last week with Claudio. You know, I don't know who he signed with or whatnot, but this was a really great match. Everybody was really, you know, on the ball with this. Like, I don't like when everybody just moving so slowly like zombies. Like, everybody was on point with this match. I'm not trying to be biased here, but I did want Takeshita to win this. He's a great worker. He has a bright future ahead of him. I heard he's going back to Japan next month, so we probably won't be seeing him for a little bit, but he's gained so much momentum in the United States, and I can't wait to see where his career goes. He's been in a losing streak, so I was hoping he'd win that, you know, just me being biased about it, but Jonathan did end up picking the win for this. This was a really good match, so if you want to watch something from this pay-per-view, I do recommend this. Okay, so moving on. So we did have the Impact Knockout title match. Now, I already knew that Jordan was not going to lose this one because she does have a match with Mia Yim coming up, and that's for the title, so why would she drop it here? So it was very evident that she was gonna end up retaining. So she went against Deonna Purrazzo and Rachel Ellering, and it was okay. Rachel was out for the majority of the match because her ankle, and so it was really Donna and Jordan going about in this match, and towards the end Jordan did end up winning via submission, because, you know, Rachel was already down and out for the most part, so Deonna was not able to get that win or get back in the ring to, you know, stop her from losing that match. Like I said, already knew that Jordan was not going to lose this match. So let's move on to the main event. So first of all, out of the blue, I was not expecting it, but my bae was there out of the blue. Like, I just was not expecting it. He ends up coming in and he's sitting next to Mick Foley. And I'm just like, OMG. And people already on the internet talking about, oh, thank you Triple H and Stephanie for allowing him to come to. I'm like, what? How the hell are y'all saying they allowed him to go and support his friend? I'm pretty sure if anybody in the business, especially The Undertaker, wants to do something, I don't think he needs permission from Triple H or Stephanie or even Vince to support Ric Flair of all people. So I was surprised to see him, but not surprised. I'm pretty sure they had nothing to do with asking for permission to be there. So I really loved how Jay and Jeff really went full heel on this. Like, there's like no turning back at that point. which they probably didn't even really need to do, because you know everybody's gonna want Ric to win anyway, since it's supposed to be his last match. Now I know we've heard that a few times before, but this one needs to be the last one, absolutely, for sure. So the last match is Ric Flair and Andrade El Idolo versus Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. And Jay Lethal, oh my gosh, he is like the perfect heel. He is absolutely amazing, and I prefer heels over baby faces, so you know, sometimes he just pulls onto my heart, and he's absolutely doing a great job at that. So coming out to the ring, Jeff is like literally getting into arguments with everybody as he's coming down. At one point he threw somebody's drink in their face. I don't know if that had something to do with the fan doing something. I'm not really sure. It was hard to tell because it's kind of dark, but out of the blue he just grabbed the cup and just throws it in his face, and you know, that makes him look good as a heel. So whether something really happened or not, that was actually kind of interesting to see. So these guys, I'm telling you, like as soon as they get in the ring, Ric's in the ring, Andrade, all of them in the ring. Mike Chioda is you know, the official for this match, which was also another nice touch to this as well. Ric was already emotional before they could even say his name. He looked like he was just gonna burst out crying, and I'm like, get it together. You know how Ric is so emotional. He's always about to cry about something, and I was just like, just get through this match, cry later. This is just not the time to start crying. But before they can even start, like Jeff and Jay are ready to just get it on and over with. How was the match though? I'm just gonna say it like this. As far as him having a great match, he would not have been able to do that had he go one-on-one with somebody, because obviously there are health concerns. So somebody had to carry this, which is basically the other three guys. Ric needed time in between, you know, each time he got in the ring, so he could, you know, just rest or whatnot. So obviously Andrade, you know, really took most of the hurt in this match. Jay and Jeff obviously did a great job as well, but it had to be this way, because there's no way Ric Flair was going to go even, I don't know, not even 10 minutes one-on-one with anybody in the ring. So what better than to go in the ring with your son-in-law and beat the hell out of someone, you know? So it was okay. Nothing spectacular, obviously, compared to all the other matches that he's had. I don't think it compared in really any way, but it was what it was. Even Karen, okay, Karen was just full heel on this as well. At one point she takes off her heel, gives it to Jeff so he can knock out Ric in the head with her heels. And obviously it can't be a Ric Flair match without him just gushing all over the face. So that was definitely a given. This match, it was what it was. Like I said, the whole time I'm just kind of cringing, like, please keep him out the ring as much as you can. Just, you know, let him do like his regular Ric Flair antics. Everybody's gonna be popping about it and whatever, and then the match is over. I didn't really pay attention to how long this was going for, but it went on long enough. There was even at some point where he did lock the figure four twice in this match. The first time to Jeff, and that did not go well at all. So Jay breaks that up, and they end up taking the match outside the ring. And in the midst of them taking that outside the ring, we have Karen get into a little scuffle with Megan Flair. They're getting into it. While that might seem a little cute at first, after a while it's like, this is a little bit distracting, and I felt like they had to put on little things like this so that they can keep Ric from, like, you know, performing all the way through in this match. Like I said, it wasn't great, but it was what it was. And if you support Flair, then you just watch it. So I didn't really care for all the little distractions. Even at some point, Mike Chioda was just sleeping outside the ring because he got knocked out. To be honest, it happened so fast, I don't even know what happened at that point, but it didn't surprise me at all. They needed to do something to keep this going, yet keep Ric, you know, from actually being as physical as he can be. So at one point we had Conrad Thompson, Conrad, who ends up giving Andrade brass rings so he can knock out either Jay or Jeff. So Rick knocks out Jeff, gets him into a figure four. They end up bringing another ref to the ring. I don't remember exactly who it was. Like I said, it happened so fast. And I guess it was supposed to end with submission, but Jeff just laid there. And obviously, if you have both your shoulders down on the mat, then the ref has to count. So it was a pin. Rick ends up winning. This match, not great. Would never tell anybody to actually watch this. But like I said, it's his last match. If you want to see how Ric Flair goes out, then by all means go ahead and watch it. It was what it was. They end up celebrating after the match. Bret Hart was there, Mick Foley, who else was there? I did mention DDP. So you know, everybody that wrestled during the pay-per-view came out, and they all was standing behind Rick, and Rick had his little speech and everything, and he said he's gonna go party with Kid Rock after the show. So this was, aside from that last match, the pay-per-view was actually not bad. I would give it like a 7 out of 10. Like I said, those two matches that were actually really, really good. And I just love how all these promotions just came together and put a little show, you know, before Rick had his last match. And interested to see where certain things are going, since they were able to, you know, have a little promotion out there. I hope they do something like this again in the future, because like I said, man, you know, if you love pro wrestling, why not put some promotions together to have a little show? And you know, everybody deserves to have like their moments. There's some of these guys, if you look at, you're like, damn, they look like they'll be really, really big stars. And it's very interesting to see where that's gonna go for some of these guys. And definitely gonna be tuning into MLW and NWA, see what's going on with that. And it was okay. Like I said, 7 out of 10. Rick, please stay out the ring. Don't come back. Get yourself healthy and just live the rest of your days as a legend. And it's not worth it to come back. Definitely not. Have a good retirement. Guys, thanks for watching.